As we know, the United States, for example, has taken the unusual step of waiving sanctions against on Iraqi payments for Iranian electricity. So I think that there would be a very pragmatic approach if this were to come into place. But I think that many of the politicians, even the Shia politicians within Iraq, want to see Iraq sovereign. And this is a step against Iraqi sovereignty. There might be differences on how best to achieve that sovereignty. Obviously, the PMF can't, there's no magic wand to make it go away. But the question is how to manage this into a position where it no longer threatens Iraqi sovereignty. And that's a very difficult challenge. And I don't envy any Iraqi politician who has to deal with this, particularly given the threat of violence from the PMF. Well, look, the basic concept of the PMF, which is an armed group paid by the Iraqi state that is beyond the control of the Iraqi state, that doesn't just concern America. That should concern anybody who wants sovereignty there. What you basically have is a legitimation of militias. So Iraq will not be a sovereign state so long as it has it. But within this construct that is intellectually objectionable, we have people who have murdered Americans. And they constitute a majority of the forces. And they will be there for a long time because Iran wants them to be there. The justification for the establishment of the PMF was to defeat Daesh. That threat has been managed, that's been dealt with, and now the Iraqi state needs to deal with it. Having an active threat to the Iraqi state from within that draws an incredible amount of resources from the counterterrorism service and the Ministry of Defense forces that could be combating the Daesh and similar groups. That's not a good deal from Iraq. So this isn't really just an American deal. This is more of an Iraqi deal. The United States has been spending a long time trying to help Iraq ascend to its rightful place as a sovereign nation, and this is a step backwards. I'm not sure. That there will be a very, very detailed analysis of that. The effects of sanctioning are pretty significant, and they basically mean that this person will never be able to operate in the West. So I think that there will be an analysis and a study of it. I think that if something like that were to happen, there would probably have to be a parallel internal Iraqi initiative to allow PMF fighters to accept the discipline and control of the state in some way, shape, or form outside of the PMF. I think there would still be a great degree of discrimination in this. It's actually very rare that the United States employs its sanctioning power against an entire broad-based movement that has some level of state capture. The last time that was done that I recall, was against the Revolutionary Guard in Iran. So I think that would be a difficult step that would not be taken casually if it were to happen.